Nobody has it perfect in life. One thing I know for sure is that no condition is permanent. Even when it's good, you have to remember that sometimes challenges will come. So you must prep and plan. The Holy Book. The first one will be from Nehemiah chapter 9, verse 16. But they, our forefathers, became arrogant and stiff-necked and did not obey your commands. They refused to listen and failed to remember the miracles you performed among them. They became stiff-necked and in their rebellion appointed a leader in order to return to their slavery. But you are a forgiving God, gracious and compassionate, slow to anger and abounding in love. Therefore you did not desert them, even when they cast for themselves an image of a calf and said, "This is your God, who brought you up out of Egypt," or when they committed awful blasphemies. Because of your great compassion, you did not abandon them in the desert. God is a very compassionate God. Sometimes bad things happen to bad people, and sometimes bad things will happen to good people. At the time, you might see it as a bad thing, and it could really, really be bad. What can be worse than having a death in the family of a loved one that can really affect you? Can be a parent, can be a child, can be a sibling. Untimely deaths are rampant, and they give us cause of worry, concern, and things that we really cannot understand. And those things you just have to surrender to God. What could be worse than being trapped in an environment, in a country where the leaders are very corrupt and don't care about their citizens, and you sometimes are out of job for many years and have to do desperate things just to survive. You watch your children go into prostitution, or you encourage them even, or you take bribes just so that you survive. It's a terrible place to be in. What could be worse than being a dropout from school and having to take orders from your own colleagues? You know, they're now your boss, and you have to do what is necessary to survive. There's so many challenges out there. You have the ideas, but no money to pursue the business, or you have the business and you cannot find decent workers. You know, everybody's just out for what they can get. It can be a tough situation to be in. And what is worse than um, having your childhood sweetheart that you got married to, thinking you're going to live happily forever after, um, cheating with your best friend, moving away and leaving you to start afresh all over, or someone that you brought into um, the country and gave a better opportunity, better life, um, now decide to push you out of your own house. You know what I'm talking about, like immigrant situations. You bring somebody in, you work hard, it can be the man or the woman, and then they come here and you're no longer good enough, and so they cheat on you, and then you try to get what is rightfully yours, but it turns out that you lose in the end. It can be a terrible situation to be in. What about pastoring a church, coming, and then the church, turns on you one day just because you made a little error or a mistake? No one is above making mistakes. There's so many situations. You know yours. I just want to let you know that it is not home trouble, and it is not always bad luck. You might call it bad luck, but it can be fate, because there's always a lesson that needs to be learned. And until you learn that lesson, it will look like you're repeating them over and over again. You have to learn the lessons of what kind of people that you need to trust to allow to come close to your life, First book of Psalms, Psalm 1 says, from 1 says, Blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked, or stand in the way of sinners, or sit in the seat of mockers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on this law he meditates day and night. He is like a tree planted by the riverside, or the streams of water, which yields its fruit in good season, and whose leaf shall not wither. The leaf will not die that is planted by the waterside, because it will be always nourished. Whatsoever he does prospers. And Psalm 61 from 7 says, Instead of their shame, my people will receive a double portion, and instead of disgrace, they will rejoice in their inheritance. And so they will inherit a double portion in their land, and everlasting joy will be theirs. One thing I know for sure is that no condition is permanent. Don't worry about people mocking you now. Don't worry about, how dark the clouds are. One day it's going to rain. Good rain will fall upon you, and the sun will shine also, and so you'll be nourished. But while you are waiting, do something important, like seek the face of God. Through prayer, study the word of God. Show yourself approved, a workman that cannot be ashamed. God says, try me. Is there anything that is too difficult for me? There is nothing that is too difficult for God. You have to learn his words. You have to remind him of his promises concerning you, concerning what your dreams are, concerning what you're believing in him for. You have to hold on to him and never give up. God answers people even in desperate times. He likes to take all the credit. He will not give it to man. You have to learn to put your hope and your confidence in God. Trust in him. He will do it again. So today, get up. Do what you need to do. Wash your face. Put on a good Christian music. Encourage yourself. Smile. Dress up. Go knock on that door again. The door will open. At the right time, it will open. And you will recover everything that you have lost, that the locust and cankerworm and caterpillar has stolen from you in the past. God is not a liar. If he allows you to go through difficult times, that is because there is a reason. There is a lesson that you need to learn. And until you learn it, unfortunately, those challenges will be there. And when you've learned it, you will see that the doors that God will open for you, no man can shut. Your blessings will overflow, pressed down, shaking together, running all over. And you yourself will find yourself becoming a mentor to other people. God bless you. If you've been blessed today, please press the like button and share this with other people. Stay encouraged. I'm your image diva. God bless you.